Hello everyone and welcome to the Car Code YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name's Sam, welcome to the channel. Please do make sure to hit the subscribe button below and turn on the post notification bell so you're notified every single time I upload a new video. First of all, a huge thanks to Guy Perry Peugeot in Barrow-in-Furness for making this review possible. Today I'm going to be reviewing the all new Peugeot 408. If that sounds good, please do make sure you keep watching till the end so you get my full overview and learn about all the trims and different engines available. Let's get started. So let's start from the most striking angle on the 408, and I definitely think it's the side profile. It's 4.7 meters, so it's a very long car. In fact, it's even longer than the 308 Estate, and that gives the rear passengers more legroom, which I'll move on to in a little bit. It just looks great, the side profile. You've got this coupe-like shape here. It's more like a fastback, slightly raised up. So it's not quite a full SUV height, but it's not as low as a hatchback. So it's a nice sort of mixture of everything. There's 6 colour options that are a mixture of metallic and pearlescent paintworks. This Obsession Blue, which I'm kind of matching today, and it's fair to say I'm pretty obsessed with it. It's absolutely stunning. Since I saw this at the Paris Motor Show in October, I thought it's an absolutely beautiful colour, and it's new for the 408. And it's the standard colour option. It's so refreshing to see because many manufacturers offer a flat red or grey or white as their standard colour. This is almost a flip paint, so it goes darker, lighter. It's got a bit of green in there. It's honestly a stunning colour, and it's exclusive to the 408 at the moment. I think it's lovely. So this is an absolutely free option. I'd just go for that. Your other metallic colours are £575 option, which isn't too bad. And then it goes up to £725 for your premium Elixir red and pearlescent white paintwork. But you can't really go wrong with this Obsession Blue. You get these black door mirror caps as well, which look great. It's nice as well that it's all body coloured, so quite a lot of cars are now doing contrasting roofs, but to be honest, I think this suits all being one colour, especially with its sort of coupe-like shape. It looks great. To the front of the 408, there's lots of similarities with the 308, and you might not know straight away looking at it head on, because your bonnet is actually the same, as are the front doors. They're the same parts. These headlights are full LED. They may not look it because they're not the Matrix ones. That gets on the GT model. So on the GT, you get the full eye-like headlights, which look really nice, but I think these still look really good, and they are still LED headlamps. You've also got these Fang daytime running lights, which are Peugeot's new signature for the lights, so you can tell that it's a Peugeot. I'm really liking it. It's all very dynamic and exciting and very experimental. It just looks great. All your radar and everything is in the Peugeot badge, like in my Golf. It just means it's nice and clean at the front. You've got front parking sensors on here because this is the Allure Premium. Unfortunately, on the Allure model, it doesn't come with the front parking sensors. You just get rear ones on that one. The rear camera with the rear camera washer as well is standard on all models, which is quite good. So you get rear camera but not front sensors for standards, so that's a bit strange. I always find front and rear sensors should be standard before any cameras are added at all, but that's just me. Obviously, being a longer car, having a rear camera is useful. You can just get a bit of a better view than you can out the rear window. It is a bit of a smaller rear window. So let's talk alloy wheel options on the 408. Currently, there is 3 different alloy wheels, and they sort of depend on trim model. They also depend on the engine you go with. So it starts off with the 17-inch Silex alloy wheels on the Allure model. On the Allure Premium, you go up to these 19-inch Jasper alloy wheels, which are diamond cut bi-tone. They look great. On the 225 highest output plug-in hybrid Allure Premium, you do get the 19-inch graphite wheels, and you also get the same 19-inch graphite wheels on the GT model. Gone are the 20-inch ones, but who knows, we may see them back. Personally, I think the 19 inches are perfect because you get that blend of comfort and excellent design as well. You've got your clear tail lamps, which has become a huge trend. Quite cool. They're 3D, like very slim looking. Yeah, they look great. They've moved the petrol cap over to the right-hand side, which is great because it was often on the other side. And do you have somewhere to put it? You do. You have a little place to hold it as well. So very easy to do. I like that, and it's on the driver's side now, so that's a thumbs up from me. Let's have a look under the hood of the 408 and I'll talk about the different engines on offer. Like on most cars now, it's not on hydraulics. Here we go. So it starts off with this engine in the range, which is the 1.2 turbocharged 3-cylinder engine. It's the PureTech engine. It's been used for quite a few years now by Stellantis Group, and it's got 128 brake horsepower. All models are the 8-speed automatic. There's no manual option available on the 408, unfortunately. Same with the 308 hatchback. They're going towards the more premium route, so they're going straight to the automatics. Then it goes up to the plug-in hybrid models. You have two 1.6 petrol 4-cylinder options of engine, your 180 and your 225. So all models are front-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive. In the future, we may see a 4-wheel drive variant with up to 360 brake horsepower, so that'd be quite interesting to see. I'd say a lot of people are going to go for the mid-range 180 plug-in hybrid. That starts from just under £40,000 on the Allure model, so it's pretty much bang on average with other competitors like the Volkswagen Golf GTE and the Cupra Formentor plug-in hybrid. The bonnet is incredibly light, I have to say that. It must be made of aluminium, something like that. And then you've got the 408 across there, which I really like. Let's have a little look inside the Peugeot 408 and see what it's like. So, stepping inside the 408, and it's a really nice place to be. You've got Peugeot's little small steering wheel, which doesn't suit everyone, but I do really quite like it. But some people won't be able to see the dials properly because of the steering wheel. So just make sure you test drive the car so you know that that'll work for you. You've got what Peugeot call the iToggles, and these are little digital widgets, if you like, that you can control things with. So that's actually really good. So you can hold these down and you can change it to what you want. Your climate control is semi-physical, I'd say that. You press a button and it pops up on the screen, so very similar to your Cupra Formentor and Volkswagen Golf setups there. You will have to keep a microfiber cloth just to keep these things off. You've got your wireless charging phone pad here as well. Your engine start button is in an excellent place as well. I don't like it when they move it over here and you can't see it. This is made for UK side. Very easy, it's very obvious, it's not hidden behind any steering wheel. It's really ergonomic, and that's the whole vibe from this whole cabin. You've got this really dynamic looking dash. Because they have stepped up their quality and their technology, they don't have to undercut everyone else, because really you're not compromising on anything with this vehicle. Your seats, they all come with adjustable lumbar support, which is a huge thumbs up from me. I love this blue stitching that you get, a light blue. It's very similar to that on the Peugeot 208, the seats. They're very comfortable sports seats. They hug you in a little bit. Very nice. I like this fabric. If you do want leather, you can get it as an option on the GT model, and it's a £2,300 option, which I don't really know if I'd pay that. It's obviously a lot of money, and I quite like the cloth anyway. You do get Alcantara on the GT models, and you get cloth seats on the Allure and Allure Premium. Light headlining is a big thumbs up from me. Normally with a sportier car like this, you'd get a dark headlining, but it makes it nice and bright in here. You also can't opt for a sunroof on Allure or Allure Premium. You can only opt for it on the GT model, and that has a dark headlining, so I'd opt for that. It's a £900 option on the GT model. You don't need a sunroof when you've got a light headlining. This spec is what I'd probably go for. I'd probably go for a plug-in hybrid though, because that's really where this car stands out. I'm loving this gear shift here. It looks really great. It's very sporty, and it's good because you don't need a big shifter knob when you've got an automatic car, BMW, because it's automatic. It literally only needs to be this, and then once it's in drive, you can press manual and you have your paddles on the steering wheel. So all very excellent. Very impressed with the quality. It's excellent. What is the boot space like then on the 408? Well, it's got that coupe SUV shape, so sometimes that means you'll have a little bit less. Oh, I thought it was going to be electric then. No, the GT model has electric tailgate, but it's actually quite a light tailgate. You do have the parcel shelf up in here built onto there, like in a Honda Civic, which is quite good. It's out of the way, and then you've got the mini one here as well. You can also, I believe, detach this as well. So you've just got to be careful if you've got obviously like bulky items in here and you shut it, you don't want this to break. So the boot space is 536 litres on a petrol model like this, and on a hybrid model, plug-in hybrid model, it drops down to 471 litres. But it's still a very big boot really. It's not class leading, but it's good. So you do have a tyre inflation kit in all models, which is not a bad thing. It's obviously where everything's going nowadays for tax reasons and things like that. You've got a little bit of a lip, but it's nothing too bad either. And you do get a nice like scuff plates on the GT model. You've got a big plastic bumper here. This is all plastic, which in some ways is actually quite good. If you've got dogs or what have you, it's not gonna scratch up as bad as paintwork would. So then, what are your backseat passengers going to think of the 408? Well, due to the extended wheelbase, you've got more space in the back of the 408 than you do on the 308 Estate. I've got so much knee room. With it being a coupe SUV shape, you do have a sloping roofline at the back, but it's not too harsh, exaggerated, etc. like on a Cupra Formentor, which is a bit more of a coupe shape. Me being 5'8", I do have a decent amount of headroom. I'm perfectly happy back here. The light headlining also really helps and makes it nice and bright in here. You've got 2 USB-C ports down here. You do have your center armrest here. You've got a removable partition section, and it kind of is a bit slanted up, so it might not be comfortable for everyone, but it's pretty good, and it doesn't hit the base like on Hondas. You've also got the really lovely concealed ISOFIX points. They might not be the easiest to get to, but for someone like me that is probably never going to use the ISOFIX points on the car, they're quite good. The zips are very well sewn in. Because it's this leather material, it should age quite well. With fabric, zips can get snagged and things like that. They've very cleverly sewn it in, the zip. They've done this incredibly well. It's very well concealed. Blue stitching again in the rear. I like the fact that the seats are exactly the same in the rear as they are in the front. On some manufacturers, they make the seats in the back a little bit more simple. So nice that they've kept the exact same materials and quality in the front and in the back. Very well done. Backseat passengers are going to be pretty happy. Let's sit in the middle seat. You do have your transmission tunnel here. That obviously makes it not as comfy, and you do have a bit of a harder back than you do on the seats, but actually it's good for a middle seat. It's a good seat. It's not like a little perch, it's not tiny, it's quite comfortable, so not too bad there at all. You do have your speakers here as well. You can get what Peugeot call the focal sound system, so that's more of a high-end audio system. If you do like your music, I'd probably recommend looking into that, and that's a £600 option, so not too bad for a high-end sound system. What is the pricing like on this beautiful 408? I'm sure you've been thinking, how much is this going to cost? So if you do want the Allure one, which is the base model, I'm going to start with all the 1.2 turbocharged petrol engines. The Allure is going to set you back £31,075. This Allure Premium starts from £32,200 and the GT model starts from just under £35,000. If you want to go for the plug-in hybrid on the 408, which many people will because you get that 8% benefit in kind tax, so great for company car drivers, and up to 40 miles of range on a singular charge in electric only mode, then you're going to start on the Allure at £39,900, just below £40,000. Then on the Allure Premium, that's going to set you back £40,825. So really, that's a very good step up. That's not much. I'd definitely go for the Allure Premium. And if you want to go for the GT, it starts from £43,300. I'll put the prices for the 225 brake horsepower here as well. It starts from just over £42,000 on this Allure Premium, for example. But if you look at it compared to a Volkswagen Golf GTE, the prices are quite similar. The Cupra Formentor e-hybrid, again, the prices are quite similar. And you may think £40,000 for a Peugeot, it is a lot of money, of course it is. But if Peugeot want to upsell themselves as a more premium brand, they will have to start charging more for their cars. So for now, it may seem a bit crazy, but this is just a taste of what's available in the future. Hopefully we'll see a fully electric model of the 408 as well, like we do with the 308. I think that would sell very well, and that could easily justify the 40,000 plus price mark as well. So then, what are my final thoughts on the Peugeot 408? Well, I think it's an excellent car, and it definitely shows the design language and quality that is possible from Peugeot and Stellantis in the future. It's very exciting, very experimental. I'm loving this Obsession blue colour. Of course, it doesn't come cheap, but as Peugeot is levelling up, they need to obviously charge more money for these. These plug-in hybrid vehicles are not cheap to produce either, so just remember that. And if you are leasing a car or have it as a company car, it could make a lot of financial sense too. Of course, there's so many different competitors out there. For example, if you're looking at just an automatic small SUV, there's a plethora of different models available. But this offers something a little bit different because it's got that lift back look, it's got a very large boot, it's got lots of rear passenger space. If you have any questions, please do put them down in the comments down below. Again, a big thanks to Guy Perry Peugeot in Barrow-in-Furness for making this review possible. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in my next review.